Deus Vobiscum, may the gods be with you all. It's me, Xiomara Moraz. I'm still getting over this cold. The weather here has been very crazy. It's hot during the day, and at nighttime, it's freezing, even though I know some of my family members back home know what freezing is, but it's cold here at night to the point where I have to, normally you have to sleep with a fan on, but it's just been, I have to turn the fan off because I have the sniffles. I'm fighting the sniffles. But, okay, so today's video is a way for you to protect yourself, to protect your family, your home. This is known as St. Michael revocation, or in Spanish, la revocación de San Miguel Arcángel. But it's adaptable to any faith. You know me. I dabbled in many different cultures of magic, and I just find that I have to have it. I always have to have this thing going because I feel protected at always, and sometimes, being that I'm so spiritual and that I help out a lot of people, I always find myself being attacked spiritually, which, it can affect my health, it could affect my love life, it could affect my money, and guarantee every time I light a candle on top of this revocation, boom, a client all of a sudden is knocking on my door, or I get a phone call or something, something always happens where I feel alleviated. I feel like, oh my God, thank the gods, I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. And I want to share this with you. Now, I believe I've done this in some of my early videos, which I don't even get much love in those videos because it's so long, and I've grown to analyze these things where people will watch a video that's 15 minutes to 20 minutes, but when you start going over 30 minutes, it's like, their attention level tends to just go down. And I understand that in those videos there's a lot of information in those videos, and I do plan on breaking them down throughout this year. But I'm pretty sure I have this, I'm pretty sure I speak about this revocation of spirits. But nonetheless, okay, what are your ingredients? You need a simple, basic revocation is you need a glass, like this. I won't be using this one today, but you need a glass. You need a plate, because the whole gist is, in this glass, you're going to fill it with goody. Okay, the basic ingredients is salt, holy water, vinegar, black pepper, an egg, and either the person's name. If you know that you're being attacked spiritually from a specific individual, then you put that sucker in here. If not, then you do what I do, because there's, basically I can say, take a number and wait online. I just normally write to my enemies known and unknown. Okay, but I won't be using this. Today, I used to do this a lot, but as I get older and I get, a little bit more comfortable in my craft, for the past years, I use this. Now, they're saying it's just, what is this? This is a candle of mine, okay, that I have placed on my altar. And if you could see, it's just, it didn't end, too good. For me, it's just a little too cloudy, a little too dark. I like my candles when they burn, that they're clear, because it lets me know that everything is fine. So being that here, it's a little dark and a little cloudy, it's just, I'm not happy. This lets me know that there's stuff in the air and it's collecting. And if there's stuff in the air, then there's stuff coming. There's stuff evolving that's coming for me. And, we got to nip this in the bud. So this candle finished early this morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning. When I let the dog out, I noticed that my candle was gone. And, I'm blind. You know how some people, they wake up and they're like trying to, see their phone. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm here looking. Oh, wait a minute, it's a little dark. Okay, I know what I'm doing today. My revocation. So let's get started. Okay. One of the things that I like to do now again, remember I said this is very adaptable. So you're able to mix your own spiritual walk into this. Even though this is considered, or the revocation is considered part of spiritualism, Mesa Blanca, or the White Table, or 21 divisions, don't even worry about it. Okay? I'm telling you, you can do this in all walks of life. And a lot of y'all trust me. And first of all, I want to give a quick shout out before I get too involved into this. I've seen some comments from all over the world, and I appreciate all the love. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. I just found out that I have a following in India. I forget the city. I have it written down in my Facebook where I'm giving thanks to all of you. And, thank you. And it makes me proud that, all of you look up to me. And one of you even called me I'm their high priestess, which really, really touches my heart and motivates me to, keep doing my videos because, again, I thank the gods I don't get a lot of hate, but I get it anyways. And it's a little fly, sorry. But okay, back to business. So, as I said, this fits all walks of life. So, here I'm going to be including a bind room. Okay, now this bind room represents, I don't know if can you see it too good, represents protection against evil magic. So that's going to be my base here. Okay, and on top of it, I'm just going to write towards my enemies known and unknown. Okay, sorry. I write chicken scratch, so don't y'all start leaving comments that I write nasty. I know I do. I write like a doctor. You can't understand what I'm saying, but that's good. In spell work, it's perfect. Okay, so if you notice, I literally write over it because, again, it's just linking everything together. So first things first, this goes straight in here. Okay, take the pen, you put it right in there, add some coins. This happens to be 3 cordoas, but you could add, a quarter, 50 cents, some pennies, all that good stuff. Okay, now I gave you the basis of what could go in here, but because you're a spiritual individual, you're going to add whatever the spirit moves you to do. Okay, because no matter how many teachers you have, are you listening out there? No matter how many teachers you have, how many high, holy, mighty, pagan high priests and priestesses there are that are telling you, you have to do it this way. Okay? You have to do it this way. It has to be this way. There's no. You just tell them, sure, okay. Because Miss Xiomara said, go with your instincts. Because your instincts are the words of your spirit guides. And your spirit guides will never, ever, ever, ever guide you wrong. Okay? Because why? They know exactly what you're going through. Okay? They know. I just broke a nail, and I think it's something that is not trying to let me do this, so the nail is going in here too. Okay? But yeah, it's you always go with your instincts because your instincts are never wrong. Mama used to tell you that, grandmama used to tell you that. Go with your instincts because your instincts are never wrong. And I'm letting you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's your conscience. The Christians say it's the Holy Ghost. It's your spirit guide. It's your spirit guides that are telling you, sometimes before I started learning from actual teachers and stuff, I would just collect things and start making, my tonics and potions and, You know, here I am, 15, 16 years old, doing stuff, and when finally, you know, I see my teacher and they start explaining this, I was like, oh, I already did that. Now I just know the name of what it is, but work for the spirit. So here we go. I like to start with this. I like to add tobacco leaf. You know, I'm a witch. I'm always using tobacco, which is why I can't get rid of this cold, because it's awful. So I'm going to add some tobacco leaves in there just to give my spell, you know, some extra oomph into it. You just pack it in there. You know, you pack it. Yeah, just a little bit more, because like, why? It's what my spirit is telling me. Add a little bit more in there, honey. Okay? Then I'm going to add some salt. Okay? So just add some salt in here. Add a good amount. Why? Because salt is a purifier, you know, and you're trying to purify your whole situation. Okay? Now the main thing, you need an egg. Okay? Why? Because you're going to clean yourself with this egg. Okay? And you're going, when you do this, make sure you rinse it with cold water just to get any negative energy or any foreign energies that may be on here from handling, from, you know, from humans to humans and all this good stuff. You're just going to take it. Okay? You're going to envision, literally, as you're doing this, you're in your mind, you're envisioning all the negative energy being collected and being pushed and transmitted into this egg. Okay? If you read my blog on my website, I teach you how to raise your own energy. So at this point, your hands, before you start, should be tingling with energy. Okay? That's going to allow you to to transfer the negative energy from you into this object. Okay? And if you want, you can just say, let all the negative energy that's in me get passed into that. But I'm going to do this right now. Okay? And I'm just going to concentrate. You know, you want to get into the areas that you feel, you know, like today I woke up with a headache. So I'm going to rub my senses with this, making sure that, you know, all the areas, for those of you who are sick, you know, you're going to just make sure you hit those places good. You know, your heart. For the women, you know, you got to take care of your breasts and all that good stuff. Make sure you put it in your hand. Don't put a lot of pressure in here, because the last thing you need is for this to break in your hands. Okay? First of all, it's messy, and there you got all this negative energy that you're trying to take off. You're putting it right back on you. Okay? For a lot of you, make sure you hit your stomach good. Okay, make sure you hit your genital areas good, because you know we collect a lot, we hold a lot of energy in those areas, men and women. Okay, you know, I have knee problems, so I'm gonna hit my knee areas. Okay, make sure you get, make sure you get your foot. Okay, and boom, we got ourselves a charged egg. Goes right in there. Okay, now a little side note. Don't do my mistake, because again, you know, I never say I know it all, because you know, this is, you know, magic is a life experience. So here I am trying to be nice, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, let me do a revocation for me and my partner, because right now I'm in spiritual warfare with some bitch, excuse my language, who is trying to come between me and my man. Okay? So, I was like, let me do something for the both of us. To protect our unity, to protect our funds, to protect this. Now, that was a big mistake. Because what winds up happening is all my protection goes on him, and I'm screwed. Okay? Because the person, that bitch, is not attacking me. Personally, is attacking him. Because the whole gist is, you know, she doesn't want him sexually, but she wants him to go work for her. And I don't want him to go work for her, because I'm a jealous individual and very territorial. And she works kind of like in a college. So the last thing I need is for all these college girls to be going, hi baby, and all that stuff. No, because he's a big old flirt himself, and I'm going to have to smack him. Now, if y'all see me, I'm a big girl. But he's a big guy. We're just going to be ruffling up, and I'm trying to avoid all that. So don't. You can do this individually for your partner and do one individually for yourself. That way, if he's getting attacked, it's only going to affect him, and you're going to be okay. But if you add two names in here, it's not going to work out good for you. What's going to wind up happening is it's going to cancel each other out, and both of y'all are going to be screwed. Because this week has been bad luck for the both of us. You know, he's gaining weight, so all of a sudden his pants rip while he's trying to get to home from work. You know, I can't, shake this cold, and my money's been affected, and his money's been affected. He didn't even get paid this week because, excuses of the bosses. So now he's over here complaining like, what the hell am I doing to him? I've been arguing left and right with men. I've been going out, trying to have a good time with girlfriends while he's, because we don't live together. All of a sudden, men are grabbing me and all this. So it's just been a very rough week. And I'm like, oh my God, why? What is going on? Ding, 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 ding. My spirit says, honey, you should have never put his name up in that revocation for you. That's what it is. So I got rid of that yesterday. When my spirit speaks, I run. There's a song in Palomayumbe, it says, Si me ganga me manda yo voy. That's what it is, honey. If my spirit tells me to run, I run. Okay, so enough of that. Now, what else am I going to add in here? Let me see. What other goodies do I have in here? Okay, I'm going to add some beans, specifically black beans, but you can use any kind of beans. You can use rice, you can use lentils. Why am I using beans? Because my money's being affected, honey. And for the Native Americans, money is a representation of fertility, of money, of progress, of prosperity, of all that good stuff. So all that's going in here. Okay? All that's going in. They're a good handful. Okay. You can add dry herbs. You can add black pepper. You can add hot peppers, jalapenos. Again, there is nothing in here that somebody could tell you shouldn't put that in there. No, honey. Put whatever. You could put your urine, your spit, because I'm going to put my spit in here. You could put razor blades, fish hooks, so that the wreckage could hook on your enemy, and because also what this does is it puts a barrier, around you, and at the same time it's a return to sender spell. So whatever is coming is going to send it right back to the individual that's sending you. So with a little which is why you're adding all this other stuff. Adding and just a little zhuzh. Like emmerlagazzi, it's just bam, just a little bit, honey. Okay, now here I love my sulfur. So I'm going to add sulfur. Why? A lot of people have issues with sulfur. And I just think, they're so brainwashed with the culture that they're in, or with what society has to say. You hear one person say, "Oh, you shouldn't because it's toxic, it's this and that, it's demonic." No, do your research. Okay, yes, you can use this for necromancy. You can use sulfur for necromancy, but at the same time, it is the best thing for hex breaking, for exorcisms of negative energies and negative demons and spirits. It's just, I don't live without it. I add it in my spiritual baths. I add it in my candles. I add it in my revocations. I add it in, sometimes, I'll make a floor wash. I add it in my floor wash. Sometimes I just put a lot of sulfur in hot water and just splash it in front of my home, just in case. Okay? So you add what you want to add, but definitely try the sulfur out. I got some feathers up in here from some of my animal killings. Being that it holds energies, that bitch is coming up in here too. Ooh, but there's a lot of small ones that I hate. Okay. Let's see, what else am I gonna add? I'll add this other type of feather. Why? Because my spirit wants me to. Black feathers, so that they can live in darkness. And add cotton into this, which I think I will add a little bit of cotton. Where's my cotton? Excuse me. Okay. have a lot of crap. I know. I have a lot of crap. Okay. While I open the bag. Oh, we're at 20 minutes. I swear I still can't get a hold of this. Okay. Cotton. Okay, put the cotton up in this bitch. Sorry for my... I feel the spirit on me, so you know. Please excuse my language. Now. I missed. Okay, you add your saliva in there. Why? Because you're dominating. Saliva dominates. Okay. Now, I'm not going to flip it here because I have this hereditary thing where my hand trembles. So a tremor. I have tremors. So I want to put this into my altar. So if I was to flip it now, I'm gonna because my hands shake, it's going to spill a little. So I'm going to avoid that. But what do? You put the plate over here. I had my cousin do this too because he was like, what is that? Practice. Before you do anything, take your cup, fill it to the brim of water because now we're going back to science and to what we learned when we were not high school, in grammar school. When water, you put this on top. Okay, you take your dominant hand under, your less dominant hand here, and you flip it. It's going to create a suction, which is what you want, because the suction is not going to let anything leak out. Okay, and then you would light your candle on top of here. Do you understand? I like to use these candles because I don't know, it's my personal taste. I like to light them here, and you say your prayer. But I'm not gonna flip this one, even though I am gonna fill it with water in front. But this is a mixture of salt water and vinegar. Just give it a second because there's gonna be a lot of air bubbles that it has to go through and all that. But anyways, so yeah, what is preferred if you're going to work with a specific deity or even your own spirit? Then what I recommend you do is work with their colors. So let's say if you're going to work with your spirit, let's say your Indian spirit. Well, normally brown is used for your Indian spirits. So you would light a brown candle in their name. Okay. If you're going to work with a goddess like Ishtar, yellow, Hecate, blue, Cernunnos, green, Zeus, white or silver, if you could find those, if you could find silver candles. Again, the list goes on and on and on. Do you have to dedicate this to someone? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can dedicate it within your own rights because a lot of times, being that I'm a dark pagan, we believe that we are descendants of a higher being and all that stuff, so we have the right and authority to do whatever we got to do. But I'm dedicating this, to St. Clair, because I just need clarity in my life right now. I need clarity in my personal life, because I am going through a situation with my boyfriend. I've been a little down. Some of my clients know this. I've been going through a little depression. Which is motivating me to lose weight. Hopefully y'all can tell that I'm losing some weight, even though I'm trying to get rid of this, but my body's looking right. But yeah, I just feel I need some clarity. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do this and light a white candle on top of it for Santa Clara, or for Jeguam, or for Mama Dengue. In the specific faith that I was initiated in. Also, this could be being that you follow the links. I'll also be dedicating this to Sin and Shamash for justice. I'm gonna be dedicating this to a whole bunch of people with one candle. But before I forget, this I like to leave it for a month. I like to do this every 3 weeks to a month. I just leave it in my altar and I light a candle every day on top of it. Every day. Oh my God, I go crazy. I get paranoid. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a candle. I need a candle. I need a candle. Let me put the candle. Because again, it's my safety blanket. Y'all may think I'm crazy, but it's my safety blanket. I feel safe when I have this going. Because I've noticed in my past, in past years, when I forget, because I'll get so busy, it's so hectic, I'll forget, and a couple of days will go by without me lighting a candle, and then negative things start to happen. And I'm like, well, I'm a big believer that too many coincidences isn't a coincidence, and that means that there's something going on that's messing me. And there I go, oh snaps! I forgot to light a damn candle in my revocation. I light it, boom, everything fixes within a day. I'm not saying this is gonna happen to you. Hopefully it will, but that just depends. If you're a beginner, it may take you a while to get the hang of it. But please try this out. I don't live without it. But yeah, what do you do with the candle? I just call on the gods. I say, please, any negative energy that is on me, any negative energy that is coming towards me, any negative energy, whether it's envy, gossip, evil intentions, witchcraft, sickness, anything that is going to hurt me, I banish it in the name of my gods, in the name of my spirits, in my right, in my authority as a witch. I banish this evil darkness away from my path, and I return it back to whoever sends me this nice present. At this point I would be cursing a lot, damning them. Let this mother fall and break their hips. Let them feel the wrath of my deities. Let them feel the wrath of my spirits. Let them feel the wrath of me. And you go in. Again, the good thing, we ain't Christians, so the good thing in this is, although we respect the deity, but at this point, we get to the point where we're meditating, and we're invoking the god and goddesses and the spirits, and then we get lost because we're, the whole point of this, if you have a specific enemy, you're picturing that lovely individual in front of your face, and you're just going to let them have it as if they were in front of you. Okay? Again, this is going to take some time. My prayers are normally anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long, just me giving it to them. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, email me, hit me up on my website, leave a comment down below. As always, because I already see the time is 27 minutes, I love all of you, and I really do love all of you, and I wish all of you the best of luck, and the best of love, and the best of health, and the best of wealth. And as I said in my last video, we're going to get through this together this year. And I'll keep you posted. I'm still trying to see what I'm going to do for my next video, but I don't know, maybe I'll do a money thing, being because I know a lot. We're all broke trying to recuperate from Christmas and New Year's. So I'm trying to make sure I explain. When you discard this, you discard it in the park. You can put it in a bag. Don't discard like the whole candle. You can put the whole vase in there, but if you're going to use like an actual cup, then it's going to, if you add a lot of dry things like tobacco and cotton, it's going to absorb and it's going to get like clumpy. Just add double bag, a grocery bag, put some more pennies in there, and dump it in the park, in the cemetery, anywhere where you feel you should. I have the luxury in this country. We actually have an outhouse in the back where I don't want to sound mean, but normally the help would use that bathroom back in the day. But I like to put all my garbage and all my dark spells in there. It's things like crap because I've added animals in there and all that stuff. But yeah, you can throw it anywhere your heart desires. Again, the cemetery, the bank if you feel that it's your money that's being attacked, a church. You could throw it I wouldn't. If you're gonna throw it into the river or the sea, please don't put it into a plastic bag, because we gotta respect, water and nature, and the beings that live in the water. But if you're gonna throw in the park, there's always the men who clean the park. They're protected, so they'll be okay. And if they're not, let's pray for them. But again, I love all of you. I love all of you. I love all of you. May the gods be with you. Deus vobiscum. And until next time.